there, I'm Christy and welcome to my kitchen. So as a kid, I can remember my dad making drop biscuits on Saturday mornings. Now he would use the recipe on a box of Biscuit baking mix, but I'm going to use a recipe out of this old Good Housekeeping cookbook that my sweet friend Miss Alex Vargo gave to me, and I'm really excited to try this recipe. Now I've got my ingredients here on my counter. I'm just going to go over those with you as I make them, but I will leave the full recipe in the description box below if you want to go check that out later. But I am so excited to make these biscuits, guys, because it really just reminds me of my dad. So we got to get started because it's that time, guys. Time to get cooking. So in my bowl here, I have 2 cups of all-purpose flour, and to that I'm going to add 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And I'm going to use a half of a teaspoon of salt. All right, I'm just going to take a fork and give this a light whisk. So the recipe calls for 4 tablespoons of shortening, but it says for a richer biscuit, you can increase the shortening to 6 tablespoons, but I'm going to try 5 tablespoons and see how that goes. So I'm just going to add the shortening to my flour. And then I'm just going to take my fork and just blend this shortening into the flour. You just want to mix it until it's like a fine crumble. Now, you can use a pastry cutter if you want. You could also even use your fingers. But with shortening, I find that a fork works really well. You just want to blend it completely into that flour. So this is what you're looking for here. Now, I have here a half of a cup of evaporated milk and a half of a cup of water. And I'm just going to add a little bit in at a time. All right, so at this point I am going to change out for 2 spoons. All right, so I'm going to spray a baking tray here with some nonstick spray. And then I'm just going to begin to drop these biscuits onto this tray. All right, then I'm going to bake them in a 400-degree oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. All right, so the biscuits just came out of the oven, and oh my goodness, guys, they look wonderful. Now, the recipe does not call for this, but I'm going to brush the tops with a little bit of melted butter. All right, guys. These biscuits are light and fluffy. All right, guys. Well, I hope that you give the drop biscuits a try. They are super easy and super delicious. And oh, they bring back such good memories for me. Well, thank you all for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless. And I will see you soon with more delicious recipes.